time. Everyone has gotten you, always on the run. But if you join the syndicate, life could get a little more fun. And all of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history. It's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. The syndicate is looking for a couple new friends. Couple new friends. Oh. Fight for freedom. Fight to end the pain. Hey, this is serious. It's not just some little game. 'Cause the anarchy's part of me. Tyranny bothers me. End it all properly once and for all. They call us the villains 'cause they know we'll take the fall. And all of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history. It's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. The syndicate is looking for a couple new friends. Oh, a couple new friends. Oh,
Hi, chat. Hi, chat. How we doing today, chat? Husband's here. Husband's here today. Very tired. So is the husband. This is gonna be great. But I'm getting quizzed on Dream SMP shit. Do I remember anything? Absolutely the fuck not. Oh god. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. I adjusted my camera because, like I said yesterday, I was like, I feel like it's too, like, tilted up. So I adjusted that. Let me get, Soul here. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello? Hello? Now,
Hello.
the animatronics do get a little bit quirky at night.
I get quirked up.
A quirked up white boy?
Hey boy.
Quirked up white boy who's good. What is the fucking? I don't know what that is, but I know the saying, but I know what the fuck it is.
caught me mid bite of eating my mango dragon fruit, my dragon fruit.
Rip.
And
I
Starbucks
said,
says,
hello.
"Oh God, you're playing on my phone. Stop." Um, you almost choked on it. Hello, hello, hello. They're my children.
Felix! Pick up a
Are you ready?
phone! Yeah, I guess.
Let's go. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a little idea of the questions that you're about to be receiving.
Okay.
Most of them are going to pertain to the timeline of the story, along with a few hints and notes from different streams that I have at least seen. I'm not
Okay.
going to watch 600 freaking streams
Oh, I didn't
to
expect for you to.
randomly quiz you on why Punk decided that it was a good idea to dress up in the skin that he did on October 12th of 2020. That's not my plan.
That's 2 years ago. That is 2 years ago. Are there like how many canon lives does so and so
There
have left
is
type shit?
canon lives.
Great.
So canon lives is part of it. Timelines is part of it. I will also just randomly ask you about certain points in like a stream. Like for instance, a question that comes to mind is why did the forest randomly appear in Techno's retirement, right? While Techno was in prison. Stuff like that.
A little vacation in the prison. Yeah, that's his
Little
retirement.
vacation. Oh God. Hey, look, Phil did him a favor. Phil can't read.
Phil can't read!
Did him a favor. So tell me when you are ready and I will stop you with my first question.
Do you know how many questions you have?
Not really, actually.
Okay.
I have like an idea of how many questions I have. I have like a small little like doc on the side that has 20 questions here, but I might throw in more just because they're a little short.
Here, let me get
Let me eat a dragon fruit while you're getting ready.
Let me get a whiteboard so that I'll like mark wrong and correct answers, I guess.
Go for it.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see how. What was that noise?
Me showing a whole dragon fruit in my mouth.
Okay. Interesting. Why?
Because it's delicious and I put sugar on.
Alright, fair enough, I guess. Anyways, alright, so.
This is delicious.
Fuck it. Alright, let's get into it.
Alright. Okay. So what would be the Tommy before era and what was the Tommy after era?
Wait, what?
So what is the before Tommy era and the after Tommy era? Like, what were the two plot
points? Do they
points?
have names?
Yeah, they do. The timeline has names for every point.
I don't like that has names, considering I don't watch Tommy in it, and I don't.
So this doesn't require you to really
So
watch Tommy in it.
is
If you watch
Techno-
like a little bit, yeah.
Techno joined not long after Tommy, and that is my only basis of point to that.
Right. What would you like?
That.
Would you like a hint?
No, hold on. Let me. I'm barely working it out, and you're like, "Do you want a hint?"
Do you want a hint?
I want to say I think El Rapids and all that stuff was before Tommy too, because I don't think that was going on simultaneously at the same time as Pogtopia and Lemberg and all that shit. I think that was. I want to say that was beforehand too, if not right before. But I don't know what like the certain like names for everything is, because El Rapids is the only one that's coming to mind. Because I think fucking Gogtopia and all that shit was after Tommy too.
Mm-hmm.
That was shortly before Tails, and Tails was definitely after Tommy joined. Even if Tommy in it has never been in a Tales of the SMP. Has Tommy been in it? Hold on. Has Tommy in it been in a Tales of the SMP?
I think he might have been in one of them. I do not think he's been in enough because I know Dream was in a lot. Corpse has been in a lot.
Corpse has been in like
Um,
2.
Corpse has been in enough.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a side point, anyways. I don't know all of what happened before Tommy joined, but I want to say I think that it was like the El Rapids era, maybe Gogtopia if that's in the right timeline, and then after Tommy joined was Pogtopia, bleeding into Lemanberg, leading into like Schlatt's presidency and all of that. But I don't know any like specific names, anything.
So would you like the answer?
Sure.
So during the before Tommy era, you had the Dream Team and Close Friends, and the first building of the community house. The after Tommy era was the Drug Empire creation,
which led into Lemanberg.
Which is the Dis saga. This is started of the Dis saga. The socializing club conflict took place in historical buildings like Tommy and its house, Punz's house, Purple Spaceship, Eric's castle, Tubbo's old house, the Jungle Base, and many more.
Tommy Innett's house. I don't think Tommy Innett's house deserves to be called a historical building.
It's historical enough to be like one of the oldest builds in the Dream SMP to survive anything. To be fair, nothing lasts in the nothing lasts on the OK SMP.
Well, if we're talking about completely ungrieved, I think Eric's castle is the only one.
Well, no one wants to be homophobic.
Aunt Frost is on that server. So
that's true, but I think literally the only explanation people have given for not doing anything to that castle is because it's pride, and no one wants to touch.
So, yeah, it's just before Tommy Innit, after Tommy Innit. Why is the Dream SMP being defined around Tommy Innit?
Because Tommy Innit actually is the start of lore. Tommy Innit starts lore in the entire series. This is also the time when Wilbur joins the OK SMP. The Dream SMP. Don't catch me every time I say the OK SMP. Just let me keep going.
Sure.
But please catch me. But it's Tommy. So the people who joined were Tommy, Tubbo, Pundy, Puns, Purpled, Wilbur, Schlatt, Skeppy, and Eric.
So it wasn't even Tommy. It was adding more people that made lore.
It's legit Tommy who starts. Legit, everything starts because Tommy Innit gets disc, and Dream wants those discs. That's literally how all lore pretty much started. That's the reason why Lemanberg started to exist. That's the reason why the server got divided between Americans and Europeans.
Yeah, it's the stupid fucking discs, but like, if there's no people to participate in a war, the war is not going to happen.
That is true. So would you like trying to do ones where Technoblade was part of the lore so that it makes it a little easier on you? Actually, we're going to go through the 3 life system. Why does Jack Manifold still have 3 lives?
Because he dragged his way out of hell out of spite.
And how were the ways that he died? Where were the 3 original?
Oh, fucking hell, shit! I don't remember anything of how he's died at all. I know he died because he dragged himself out of hell, and everybody forgets that. He wasn't in the final control. Was he in the final control room? I feel like that's a thing. I feel like he had to lose 1 life during the war. Some point.
He did have 1 life during the war. I don't think it was. Was he in the control room? No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was. He dragged himself out of hell really early on into the Dream SMP.
He did.
And I want to say it happened before I even started watching. But
that's possible.
My guess is I want to say he lost all 3 lives to somebody killing him. Not like the same person killing him, but somebody killing him.
That is all true. So
Okay,
the
so it
3
wasn't
ways
like
that
any
he...
accidental life.
No,
So one was
all
probably
these
during
were...
a war. Sorry.
Mm.
One of them was probably during a war.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the tower? Because I think he was there in the... No. He wasn't... Was he involved in the tower? I
No.
don't think he was.
Mm-mm. To help you better, every reason why Jack Manifold has died, you can pretty much equivocate to why he hates Tommy, if that helps.
Did Tommy kill him at one point in time?
At least once.
Okay, Tommy's killed him at least once. He probably lost another life as a casualty of whatever war was happening. And I don't know how he lost his other life.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Tommy killed him once. Once was at least during a war, and I don't know what the third one was.
Okay. So he died to 2 wars. The first one is originally he died to Wilbur during the Manberg versus Poctovia War on November 16th.
Okay.
And then he died in lava to Tommy during Tommy's exile. And then facing Technoblade on January 6th during the Doomsday War.
Oh shit, it was as early as Doomsday? Or it was as late as Doomsday, I should say?
It was as late as Doomsday.
Okay, that was my fault. I didn't realize it was as late as... So Doomsday was his last death?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How come I didn't know that Technoblade killed him? It wasn't a big battle, was it? It was just Technoblade was running around killing everybody, turned around and went, alright, you're in my line of sight, I'm gonna kill you.
To be fair, yeah, it's probably like a thing of because of like if he's using like his rocket launcher, that's enough to get everyone plus their grandma.
Yeah. Because I was like, if it had been a thing of like Techno and Jack like had a full-on conversation before Jack died, then I'd be like, oh yeah. But Technoblade's killed so many people during those wars. Half of them aren't canon because they are rocket launcher collateral.
Right. It's like the same thing with the Tubbo execution.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, a lot of those deaths weren't canon.
Because it's just on collateral.
Yeah, it was Tubbo's canon, it was Quackity, and then it was Flat. All 3 of those were considered canon. Everyone else in the field was not.
Yeah. They were like, we're just gonna go for the 3 people on the podium, because everybody else... It would fuck everything up too much.
Who lost their life the fastest, and why?
At any point in, like...
Most recently, someone has lost their life.
Like, who has lost their life the fastest of how many days they've been on the server and then died?
Yeah.
I think it was AIMSy, because I think AIMSy... Unless there's somebody else who's been on the server canonically or not canonically. Because there's been people who've died like
I do not count.
One.
You do understand that you were here for this. I do not count anyone just randomly going up to them and killing them when they first join the server. I also do not, as long as it's a canon life, that is their first death.
Then I want to say it's AIMSy, because I think everybody else, their first canon deaths were like weeks after they joined the server. I want to say it's AIMSy.
And why?
Why, as in why did she, like,
what was the reason why she died? Like, what led up to it?
Because Tubbo was mad. Tubbo was mad that Ghost Boo gave the mansion to AIMSy, even though Ghost Boo is correct. He was one who paid for the mansion in full, and it's like, it's in his name despite him being dead. And then Tubbo was trying to get AIMSy to get the daisy from behind him, and when AIMSy moves towards him, pushed him off the bridge.
Good. I don't want to include these 2. I don't know why this is part of the... Alright, back to the timeline. I'm actually gonna go... We're gonna skip a few eras, so we're gonna go past...
We're just gonna be passing around.
We're gonna be bouncing around. So we're
Alright,
gonna
fine.
pass up the Manberg. Well, no, actually, there's one camp. Man, there's one question. Where is my question? Okay. What was the Ponk experiment?
What was the what? The Ponk experiment?
Ponk's experiment. Yeah, Ponk had an experiment during the Lamberg era, um, with two other people.
Fuck. I want to say it has something to do with the connection to the dead, because that was Ponk's whole thing. Ponk had their graveyard and their tree, but I don't know anything about an experiment. Shit. Well, two other people, great.
Well, technically it's one other person, but the second person, the third person is the one they tried to do it against, and failed miserably.
So somebody was trying to be. Ponk and somebody else were trying to experiment on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Who? I'm trying to like rack my brain of like who people would want to experiment on during the Manberg.
During the Manberg era, not the La
Manberg.
Manberg
Oh,
era.
shit.
Yeah, during Manberg. This was like, to give you a better picture when this happened, this was around the same time that Punk's lemon tree got blown up.
I have no clue, but my wild guess is they were trying to experiment on. I'm trying to think of who fucking Ponk interacts with, like in general.
In general, currently it's been CBK, but let's also think who lore-wise is Punk infatuated with.
As early as Manberg? The only person I think who's like connected to, who has been connected to Ponk was Sam, and like BBH and all them.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they were trying to experiment on Sam, because Sam's part creeper, even though I don't think that was like a really big thing in Manberg era. I don't know about Punk's experiment.
So the Punk experiment was with H-Bomb and awesome dude, so Sam. And it was a prank that H-Bomb then turned into an experiment. So the prank was that Punk would take Fran, which I think is
Sam's dog.
Yeah, and exchanged it from Bonk, who I think was his dog, switched them out, renamed them, changed the tag to Yellow, and then
See if Sam could tell the difference.
not Sam can tell the difference, but it's sort of to see what would happen if Sam's pet was put in a dangerous situation, which did end up with the fake Fran dying.
Is that why Fran is currently locked in like a fucking wall?
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
So Sam does kill Ponk for about this, and Ponk finds out that Fran is fine, and then Ponk responds with telling him that he shouldn't have any attachments to Fran, and that Fran will eventually die anyways, which does lead to
the wall.
The wall.
Like I think it's obsidian, like one by one hole that Fran is currently sitting in. Huh.
And then so there was like a retribution era where like Sam was planning on killing Bibbles, Punk's chicken. And
I do remember Punk's chicken.
Yeah, and so
I would have never guessed H-Bomb though, because I forget.
H-Bomb causes a lot of shit on the server.
H-Bomb causes a lot of stuff, but like is never consistently on, so a lot of people forget that he's there, I think.
Right. And so Sam places TNT on top of the lemon tree. And H-Bomb, angry that neither of them want to kill one another again, um, H-Bomb blows up the tree. And so that was H-Bomb's experiment. But yeah. So in the end, it did leave with Punk and H-Bomb with a bit of a, no, they were like no longer friendly towards each other
Right.
because there was that opposition. Hello, Sadie girl. Then we have Tabo's administration. Really, Sadie? We have Technoblade's banishment. This is during the Retribution era. The banishment era. What is the one line that Tabo tells... Tommy tells Tabo. You don't have to say it word for word. It could be just like a generalization.
When Tommy gets exiled?
Mm-hmm.
What does Tommy say to Tubbo?
Yeah.
Probably
this is what... No?
Probably something along the lines of like, I thought we were supposed to be friends or something like that.
It was something along that line. This was around the time that they had elected Tubbo. They were rebuilding, and because Tubbo was a new leader, Dream started manipulating Tubbo about this. Yeah. And what is the one thing that Dream is after?
I know the exact moment of like when everything happened, but like I'm drawing a blank on anybody speaking at all. But I want to say that Tommy probably had a whole thing of like Tubbo, like it was me and you, like, we were supposed to do this together. We were supposed to be friends. Like, why are you banishing me? Yada yada, something like that.
So what happened was, what happens is during this time, Tubbo is told by Dream that he has to choose between L'Manberg and Tommy, either exiling Tommy and keeping L'Manberg or the total destruction of L'Manberg. And so Tubbo hits Tommy with the "Discs don't matter, Tommy. How can you see that? They don't matter." And Tubbo, and then Tommy tries to like fight back and be like, "Can't you see he's trying to fuck with you, blah blah blah," and throws him. And then they both get angry to the point where Tommy tells Tubbo that he doesn't matter, that only the discs matter.
Only the discs matter. Yeah.
That only the discs matter. Yeah. And so, in anger, Tubbo banishes Tommy and tells him to get the fuck away, which is also the start of Dream's torture of Tommy.
God, how the fuck did I forget about Tommy flat out telling Tubbo that he doesn't fucking matter? It's only with the Jesus. No, that's
the disc.
That's on me. Just I forgot that like, and I'm pretty invested in Tubbo's lore too.
Also, were you thinking of Logshire, by the way, or were you like Mexican? You were thinking of Mexican L'Manberg originally, right? Before Tommy, that doesn't happen until post banishment.
No, El Rapids.
El Rapids, yeah, that doesn't happen until, yeah.
I don't know exactly when that is in the timeline. Was like, I know who was in it, so I was like, I think that it was like right before Tommy.
So it wasn't. So after, Mexican L'Manberg, which was created during this era, which was Tommy's exile and Technoblade's execution.
No, you're right, though, because there's a whole like war going on between the two. Because
it was created during
a couple people lose their lives during that because of it. So no, it's So a lot of the current lore that's happening now is because of what happened in the post management era. Who? Oh yeah. I forgot that Laser and Vicstar was a part of this. Yeah.
It's saw that and I was like, no, they're not. And then I remembered the
Yes, they
recent
are.
lore. Okay. All right. Can you give me so like mm,
Do you want a
what
list
was
of
the
everybody on the Dream SMP?
I hit me. I want you to try and give me everyone.
I don't know if I know like the exact number.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Laser, Vixstar, Dream, Sapnap, George, Drista, Corpse, KSI, Tina, Carl, Bad, Sam, Foolish, Ponk, Ronbu, Tubbo, Tommy, Jack Manifold, Nikki, Puffy, Hannah, Technoblade, Filza. Did I already say Ronbu?
Yes.
Now I've thrown him off. Is there then? Fuck. I already said Carl, I think.
No.
I didn't say Carl?
I don't think so.
Carl,
I didn't hear you.
Ant Frost, Skeppy, Puns, Purpled, Quackity, Slime, Fundy, Aaron, Amesy, CPK. I'm pretty sure I said Drista.
Mm-hmm.
H-bomb. I didn't say H-bomb.
Mm-mm.
I said
Nas
Nikki.
X.
I said Hannah. Boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say Eric.
No.
Schlatt.
Mm-hmm.
Wilbur.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big majority of them. That was like 35 people I just listed.
So there's 33 people on the SMP, I believe, that are canonical and not like guests per se.
Are there
Would
any
you
like super canonical people that I missed?
um Elisa?
Oh, Alyssa? Yeah, okay,
Alyssa.
fair. She's not there anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, she you did not decide not to go over after the update, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Boomer,
I
Callahan,
said Boomer.
Captain
I missed
Puffy,
Callahan. I said Boomer.
Puffy.
I said Puffy.
Eric, Aaron, George, Hannah, H-Bomb, Jack, Michael.
Oh, Michael McChill. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Nikachu, Nikki, Puns, Purpled, Sapnap, CPK, Tina. Amesy, Ant Frost, Sam, Bad Boy, Skeppy, Connor, Foolish, Bundy, Charles, Punk, Quackity, Green, Technoblade, Bill, Hubbo, Schlatt, Mexican Dream, Ranboo, Laserbeam, Silver, Vicstar, Tommy Innit, Wilbursoot, Slimesicle, Charlie, and Ghostboo. Ghostbur and Ghostboo.
So I missed 3 people.
So you did a majority of them plus the people who joined. The other people who would have joined would have been Little Nas, Corpse, Tina. I think Mr. Beast joined. KSI. It's like one more. Manta Reed. Mantrid. Whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
R.I.P. that man.
Huh.
Anyway, that's the 3 lives. That were everyone. Do you want to try and guess how many people have 3 lives right now?
Ooh, that still have 3 lives?
That still have 3 lives.
Okay.
I will exclude Jack Manifold from this list because we already went over him.
The thing
Mm-hmm.
is, does Tommy have 3 lives, or
So-
does Tommy have 1 life?
So he is considered to have unknown amount of lives
Yeah.
along with Charlie, Wilbur, and Tommy because they have been revived. Because there is no clarification lore-wise on if the book only gives you one life back or if it gives you all three. But according to Dream, when he chases Tommy as soon as he gets out, he does say, "I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna revive you again, and then I'm gonna kill you again, and then I'm gonna revive you again." So it kind of it
But
seems like it's kind of implied.
that doesn't imply shit because you can kill him once and revive him, or you can kill him three times and then revive him. That's just
Yeah, I
Dream
don't
being
know. For me,
dramatic.
yeah, that's true. To me, it just felt like if you had three lives, he's like, "I'll kill you, and then I'll kill you, and then I'll kill you, and then I'll revive you again." And that does seem a little repetitive. So yeah.
Okay, so
So we will because they are
we don't
unknown.
we
We
don't
will
know
not add those
we
three
don't know how many Wilbur has, and we don't know how many Tommy has.
or Charlie.
Thing is Charlie died, and he wasn't necessarily revived. He was just reduced back to his state. So I would argue that I think he has the 3 life systems and he only has 2 left.
So, because how adamant he is that he's human, but he's clearly slime, and how green he is, sort of like the origins, it's kind of like because he's a slime, we're not sure if the 3 life system counts for him, the same as like the 3 life system doesn't count for Technoblade, nor does it count for Phil. And so it's sort of like and also he disappears because he even though he is reduced, he's still there. Right. So we will count Tommy, Wilbur, and Charlie as 3 characters
as unknown category.
as unknown.
God, okay, who hasn't died?
Believe it or not, a lot of people.
Are they people that I'm gonna like know though?
They
okay.
So
hold on.
So a lot of them.
Let me work this out.
Okay.
Let me.
I will let you get into the zone.
Tubbo's lost a life. Tubbo.
Yeah.
Tubbo's lost a life, so he's out.
Put an S at that.
Tubbo's lost a life. He's out. I don't know enough about Nikki's lore, but I don't remember Nikki dying. But she was involved in the wars, so something tells me that she is also probably lost a life, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna put a question mark next to that. Sam has lost a life.
Do you have a list of the names that without like giving you
a list
like
of
the
characters?
current? Yeah, so that way you can just look at
up.
them.
I can bring it up.
Okay. Because if you just bring one up, that might help you, so you're not trying to pull names out of your ass.
I know. Sam has died. List of.
Ouch! Holy shit, that was painful.
You dying?
I burped so hard, I thought I was turning into a cow.
Okay, let's see. Is this a list? DSMP members. Nope, gimme. Okay. Shit, has George died?
Has he died?
Has he died?
Has he? Me looking at the list knowing if he's died or not. Has he?
Because the man is asleep during everything, so there's a very good chance that he... I don't think Callahan's died in, like, a lore way. But he's also, like, here and there in lore. He's, like, a very, like, weird spot. Alright, so I'm gonna write Callahan, I'm gonna write George down. Just, like, don't know if he's fucking died or not. Sapnap? Fuck, has Sapnap died?
Has he?
I feel like he's died during the pet war. I feel like he's had to die. Sam's died, Ponkus died. I don't know if Bad has died. I don't know if Bad's died. Tommy's died. Has Puns died? Fuck, do I know enough about Puns? How much do I know about Puns?
Puns is great, but he has very little to no lore.
I'm gonna just jot it down. I don't know about Fundy either. I don't think Fundy. I'm gonna write Fundy. I'm gonna write a question mark. I don't think Purple's died because his lore picked up recently, but he didn't. I don't think he ever died during any of it. Skeppy's dead. Did Eric die? Did Eric die in the final control room? But the question is maybe he died, but maybe that wasn't a canon death.
Are you asking me?
I'm working it out.
Okay.
Jax died. I don't know if Nikki's died or not, so I'm just gonna write down Nikki. We know Quackity's died. Carl's died. Has H1 fucking died, this bitch? I don't know. I think Aunt Frost has died. I think Aunt Frost got killed by Puffy during the Red Banquet. I want to say I think Connor has all of his lives. I don't remember if Puffy's died in a canonical way. Foolish has died. Has Hannah died? I don't know if Hannah's died. I don't think Michael's died. I don't think Aaron's died yet either. Nor has Tina. Nor has Boomer. I don't think. Nor has CPK. Okay. The list I think I have is Purpled, Fundy, Callahan, George, Bad, Puns, Nikki, Boomer, Tina, Aaron, Michael, Hannah, Puffy, Connor, H-Bomb, and CPK. Drop my whiteboard. Hello? Hello? Soul?
Repeat that list. My internet just went out for a second.
Oh, God. Okay. Shit. I, like, erased some of it. Hold on. Who was up here? Who did I write? What name was up there? Hold on.
Hold on, let me pull up your stream. I'll just listen back to it. Hold on.
I literally read it off and then I erased the first two names and my mind is blank.
You.
Give me a second.
I did hear a lot of your list while you were working it out.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So I have an idea of who it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I read off 16 names.
16 names? Okay, 1, 2, 3,
16.
4, 5, 6, 7,
CPK was his top
8,
one.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're writing this character off because we already talked about him.
Who the fuck was right in that area? What was that name? Am I stupid? Am I... I'm so confused. Because what happened is I was writing, I got to the bottom of my whiteboard, and I went up to the top and I started writing again, and then I got to the bottom again, so I went and I added 2 names to the top. I added CPK to the top, and I added another name to the top. And I can't figure out what the name to the top I added was.
Oh.
And I'm like looking at the list in the order that I read them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like looking at that at my list, and I can't work it out, and it's hilarious to me.
Oh god. It's fine. I'm gonna trust
Okay,
that your names are what they were.
So okay,
I will.
I don't remember one of the names, but it was Fundy, Callahan, George, Bad, Puns, Nikki, CPK, H-Bomb, Connor, Puffy, Hannah, Michael, Aaron, Tina, and Boomer.
Okay. The names are Alyssa, Boomer, Callahan.
Jesus Christ. Alyssa wasn't even on this stupid list.
Puffy.
Okay. I'm sorry, wait, hold on. Can you read it again so I can mark off who's right and who's wrong?
Okay. Alyssa, Boomer, Callahan, Puffy, Eric, Aaron, George, Hannah, H-Bomb, Jack Manifold, Michael, Nikki, Puns, Purple, Sapnap, CPK, and Tina.
Okay, so I missed Sapnap. I think Purple was the one who was on top of my list, because I said that we don't know enough about his lore, because all of his lore was recent. I think that's who I wrote, but I don't remember.
It was Puns and Purple who have fairly recent lore. Well, maybe not Purple.
Sapnap I missed for sure, though. And then I had some people on my list who had apparently died. Let's talk about George, though.
So, would you like to know the players with 2 remaining lives? Or do you want to guess those 2? Because then, if you want to know the 2 remaining lives, I can...
sketchy at that point, though, because I think that's, like, a lot of people, I think. Sam does, I think. I think he's only died once. I think Aunt Frost has only died once. Was Bad on the list? Has Bad died?
Yes.
I think he's also only died once then. Maybe. Amesy. I don't know. No, that's my guesstimation.
So, actually, there's a lot of people with only 2 lives left.
Oh, that's good. Good for them.
Yeah, so there's... You ready? I got a text. Amesy, Aunt Frost, Sam, Bad Boy Halo, and Skeppy share their lives. So, even though Bad Boy canonically has infinite canon lives, his life is determined by how many Skeppy has. So if Skeppy has died more than 3 times, then Bad Boy Halo and Skeppy will not exist anymore. Here it says that Bad Boy has not clarified this further, but it's unclear exactly how his life system works.
Right.
But it is said that canonically that he technically has infinite canon lives and can only die when Skeppy has died 3 times. Connor has died.
When did Connor die? It had been during a war, like a war or something. He was a
exact cause of death is unknown. He has confirmed he has 2 lives left when Slime asked. When asked how he lost his first life, he said he was having a bad day. I don't like the implications of that.
That explains fucking nothing.
That explains nothing, but having a bad day is the reason why he lost his canon. I hate that. I hate that explanation. That makes me feel icky. Foolish has lost his life to Aunt Frost. Fundy has lost his life to George in the final control room. Carl has lost his life to Eric.
Oh, fuck! I forgot that Fundy was in a stupid, it was in the final control room.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Eret had 3 lives. I think
Eret still has 3 lives. Eret has, even though he's been like kind of in the background and less in the foreground when it comes to lore. Like his lore to me feels like he pushes characters onwards with their arcs, like the final control room, him being the king of the DSMP, and more recently he stepped into the foreground with the Revengers arc that he went on.
right.
Honk has died to Awesome Dude, and then Quackity has died to Technoblade. And the one life system is fairly the one life person, that's too easy, and the 0 life is also extremely easy. I'm not even gonna freaking try it. I'm just gonna tell you straight out. Dream, Techno, Phil, and Tubbo are the one life people. The 0 life people is Schlatt, Mexican Dream, Rambu, Laser Beam, and Vicstar. And then we have Ghostbur, who is considered suspended and doesn't have any canon lives.
Right. I'm currently looking right now trying to figure out when Connor died. I wonder if I, like, search in page death. Find the page. Died. Oh! No, that's Tommy talking. No, that's about Schlatt. Yeah, it just says actual cause of death is unknown. That's fucking... Okay. Gross, I hate that. Right.
Yeah, they literally... Because I think it's because it's sort of like that weird teaser that they had between Dream and Connor. There was supposed to be some sort of lore that was going to be pre-recorded. Like how somehow Dream is Connor's father. Even though I think that was his joke lore, but I did think they were going to do something with that.
Right.
So there's that.
Oh well.
But yeah, no, there's that. That was the weirdest lore thing I've ever seen. I am not totally caught up on anything related to Lost Nevadas, even though that era is pretty much over. I haven't watched any of them except for Charlie's death.
Wow, loser.
Sucks. I will watch it on YouTube at a later date. I should have used this opportunity to watch it. I'm stupid. Whoops. So, alright, what was... This is way further, it's closer to recent. This is closer to recent in Sam's lore. But what was the reason why Dream kept Sam in prison?
He wanted him to admit that he was a bad person. He wanted Sam to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm a bad person, this, that, and the other. I think it was also partly to keep himself hidden, because if you let Sam out, Sam was just gonna, like, tell everybody, like, hey, Dream's in the prison. I watched this.
There's this one line that pops up on TikTok every single time people do Sam cosplays now.
And
or Dream cosplays.
And it's not that he wants him to admit that he's a bad person.
It's part of that, but the reason why he gets let out is because
I watched this. Hold on. Because he tells, let's see. He tells Sam, he's like, Sam, I want you to admit that you're a bad person. I want you... I feel like at one point he propositions to work together with Sam, but I think that's just me thinking wrong.
He does, but that was like further in the future. I mean, in the past, I should say. It's
also,
iconic.
I think it's also the fact that, like, Sam let Quackity come in and torture Dream over and over again, and Dream was like, you think, like, why the fuck would I let you out if you let this happen? So now you get to stay in here, and you get a taste of your own fucking medicine. You get to stay in this prison, just like I had to. And then if you admit that you're a bad person or whatever, I'll let you out. But you're saying there's like a specific detail that I'm missing?
There's a specific line that comes out of his mouth that has been so iconic that really what people have taken from his like most recent lore stream. It's a very simple line. Something to do with being an example, if that helps.
An example of what? That you can't keep Dream fucking locked up? Like,
I'm gonna let you out, but you're gonna be a walking, living example of not with me.
I have not heard this line on TikTok at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
You haven't?
No.
That used to be all over my For You page. Yeah.
I have not heard that line anywhere on TikTok.
That's crazy.
But
that is a line that he does use. And then that's when he does kill Sam.
Yeah, but that's not... The question was, why does he keep Sam locked up?
That's why he keeps Sam up, and then I did ask, like, why did he let him out afterwards? Like, while you were thinking.
You asked me 2 separate questions.
I did ask you 2 separate questions. But yeah, so the original reason why he keeps him in the prison is to, A, make sure that, like, Sam finally sees himself to be a bad person. He brings up, like, not being able to protect Tommy. He brings up, letting Quackity torture him every single day in the prison.
He brings up,
I think he brings up George at one point.
He brings
yeah,
up,
Ghostburs.
The fact that Technoblade got trapped in the prison.
Right. He brings up things that would make Sam be the bad guy to everyone, especially Tommy, because Tommy wants nothing to do with Sam anymore. I think it's gotten to the point where the only Sam version that Tommy talks to is Sam Nook. And even Phil feels uneasy about Sam Nook. So there's that. But yeah, no, the reason why he gets let out is because in the end, Sam, I think, he doesn't go crazy, but he does goes on this, like, motif of, like, I'm not a bad person, like, everything I did was for the the entirety of the, SMP. I locked you up in here, I didn't kill you because Tommy didn't want you dead, I tried to protect Tommy from you, and blah, so on and so forth. But in the end, and even, like, Dream was like, I'm gonna keep you in here for here, and then kill you right afterwards.
He says he's not gonna let... He said that he would let him out, but he didn't say that he was gonna let him out, like, alive or without living scarring.
So there's that. Where do I want to... what was the reason why Quackity needed the revive book?
What was the reason why Quackity needs the revive book?
Yeah.
Fuck. Here, the thing is I know that he wanted it. I know that he wanted it, but I forget what the reason why he needed it was. It wasn't Slime, was it? Because I think Slime dies after.
No, he's been wanting this since he met a certain person. Re-met, I should say.
think he wants it because he wants to be able to revive somebody who's dead. I think he wanted it as like almost like an insurance policy, I think. Because I don't think there was anybody who's dead who he wants to bring back. Because I don't think he wanted to bring back Schlatt. He didn't like Schlatt. But fuck. I know he's told Dream, he was like, I want book, just give me the book and I'll stop.
So he loses a bet against somebody. And this bet caused him to need to get this book. He might not have liked the person that he was trying to get the book for, but he lost, and in the end, he has to go get this book. Most importantly, it was most definitely Schlatt.
So, I remember that I think he talks to him in his limbo.
So it's not a limbo, actually. So what happened is that Quackity was minding his business by like a cow farm, and he gets a book with coordinates, and he goes down into this hole.
Like it was gym.
And it was the gym, and he runs into Schlatt, and like they're doing shit, and then Schlatt was like, I'll make a bet with you, blah 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 this, and I think Quackity fails this bet. And so what happened afterwards was he was told that he needs to get the revive book.
So I was right. And he didn't want it because he liked Schlatt. He wanted it because he needed it.
He needed it.
For Schlatt because he lost the bet. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't the fact that he like this whole thing started because he didn't want it, and he didn't want it, but he needed to revive Schlatt because he lost the deal. Which is also the reason why I believe like Lost Nevadis is the way that it is, in the fact of like you have to give something in and not get something back in return sort of deal is gambling. And Quackity gambled and he lost.
What's funny is he goes on this whole thing of like, I need this book, but we haven't seen any negative consequences done to him specifically by Schlatt just because he hasn't gotten it to him yet.
That is true. It also is because like Schlatt doesn't really join the server in the first place anymore. But I think it was sort of like, I think it was just to push Quackity to go for the book in the first place, because I think afterwards Quackity realized that he can use the revive book as a gamble. Because what better way to gamble? Because if you're gambling your lives, I think it is, unless I'm remembering this wrong, I think you can gamble like your canon lives in Lost Nevadis. If Quackity has the revive book, you can gain a life back in a way. So more to him, I guess.
Sure.
Or why not?
You find somebody who's just good at gambling.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me, so this era, the Banquet Aftermath era, happens between the Red Banquet and Lost Nevadis episode 3, which I know nothing about. Okay. What do I want to say? You know what? No, we're gonna move forward from this era. No, we're not.
No, what's the question?
No, we're not. Who were the 3 people that Tubbo suspected took the nuke? At least the 2 people that he suspected took the nuke.
I think it was Quackity, Wilbur, and then... Did Dream get out of prison before or after the nuke? Fuck.
It was for sure had to be after.
I feel like No, because I feel like the nuke's been missing for a long time.
It's been missing for a long time. I'm saying Dream came after the missing nuke.
Oh. I think it was Quackity, Wilbur maybe, and then I think Jack.
Yes. Those were the most suspected people on the entire server. I think at some point he even considered Foolish because Foolish also knew about the nuke. So I guess it would just make sense for him to suspect that Foolish might have known something about the nuke.
Right.
Hold on, my thing just bounced around like a crazy nut job. My people are like watching Netflix in the living room, so my internet has decided to bail on me. Yeah. All right. I already asked you this question in the beginning, but why did the forest appear at Technoblade's retirement?
It was related back to Kristen, and I forget if we get a specific like reasoning for it, but I think it was Kristen was trying to keep Phil and Techno and everybody else safe by giving them a blanket of cover surrounding their house.
That is true. So you are correct. It did relate back to Christian. I'm trying to like keep things recent. But that is true. So what happens is that canonically, even though we do have videos of Phil planting down the trees, Phil's explanation is that Christian that it appeared that this, and when Rambo asks why this happened, he states that like this person, he stays very relatively vague about it.
I think it was
but later on, yeah, it was just her, and then so Rambo goes on this whole thing about like, oh yeah, it's her.
It's her. What do you mean her? And everybody was like, Rob, who doesn't know what pronouns are.
Yeah. But later Phil does say it was because that Christian was deported. I think that was right. I think during that time Christian got deported, and
that was when
Phil
was
missed.
Back in America,
Yeah, and Phil missed her, and so he decided to incorporate her into the lore. So that was really sweet, and it reminded me that I will never reach that level of happiness, and so I will cry.
Just casual cry.
I heard that. You pause the stream, you turn away, you hop into the shower, you just sit in the bathtub. No. Never recover, damn it. Alright. What was the book that Sapnap got? And what was the deal that he had with God?
I genuinely thought you were about to ask me what was the book, and that was about to be the question. I was gonna be like, what book do you want? What book do you want? There's so many books on the server. He has the death book, or whatever the fuck title it's called, and his deal is that when he kills Dream, he dies too.
Good to know. And what was the reason Purple killed Slime?
To get back at Quackity.
Yes and no.
Just because Quackity, I forget if he said that he was lying to Purple, but he was lying to Purple, but he also blew up the Purple's fucking UFO. I was blanking really hard on what a UFO is called for a second.
You're like, what are UFOs called?
What are UFOs? What are unidentified flying objects? But it relates back to the fact that like Quackity had told Purple that like, this is all you have. If I take this away, like, nobody's ever gonna really remember you, this, that, and the other. And then I think Purple throws that back in his face of like, well, if I kill Slime, like, who's gonna remember Slime? And just something along the lines of that, of there's somebody yelling outside for unidentified reason. But he does it just to hurt Quackity, because he knows that like killing Quackity is not gonna really do anything.
That's true. It's also because Purple is a mercenary, and what's one thing better and more expensive to have than the revive book? The one thing that Quackity's after.
Oh yeah, he wanted to
So,
use Quackity to get the revive book, so
hmm
he couldn't kill
so
him.
right. So it's also a thing of, if Quackity has Dream in prison and is torturing Dream in prison, how much, like, it was just a waiting game
Yeah.
for him. Um, so there's that. Uh, Hollow. I don't know if you can hear him, but my dog is trying to get to my sister's food that she's eating right now, and so
No,
he's
no, no.
losing absolute shit. I think she's eating tater tots right now. It smells like tater tots. Oh, dude, you're not leaving this room. It's tougher, I guess. Anyway, um, okay. Here's another great question. Why did Sam take Michael? Oh,
I think it was because he said that he could keep him safer. Because Eric had him. And I think Sam and Eric had a conversation where Sam was like, I can keep him safer than you can, like we can put him somewhere safer than where he's at right now, like you just let me take him. And Eric was like, no, actually, how about you don't? Because I'm literally keeping him safe from Sapnap and the other bitch who was trying to kill him, whose name I can't, who other person I can't remember.
George.
It was George. Okay, makes sense. And he had a whole long argument with Eric of like, just let me take Michael, like let me keep him safe. And Eric was like, no, stop. And then Sam ended up taking him anyways. And I think it was ultimately just to quote-unquote keep him safe. But it was also to get leverage over... That's the reason he gave Eric, but it was also to get leverage over Rambu, to keep Rambu in prison and to keep him from fighting back.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna bring that up. So you were right. He does kidnap Michael because Eric does show him the location, like an idiot, of where he's keeping Michael safe. So there is that. What happens next is he shows that he has Michael, shows Rambu, and Rambu gives up the fight to protect his son. Which which is further emphasized with Aimsey's lore.
Yeah.
God. And so there is that, and then so he does tell Tubbo that like I'm trying to keep him safe, but at the same time I was kind of using him as blackmail. This was the only way to keep Rambu from fighting me. If he would have just given me Dream, this wouldn't have been an issue. Blah 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 blah. Then we get like and by God, you better keep your pants on. Like quote Tubbo. So there is all that. So yeah. Trying to remember if there anything else for the reason why Sam had Michael, but I think
He
that
wanted
was it.
Michael to control Rambu to be able to control he wanted Rambu to be able to control Technoblade to be able to control Dream.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna.
I feel like Sam very easily could have, at that point, either taken George or Sapnap hostage and done a much better job, because Dream would have actually probably turned around for them.
I'm gonna pull a fast one on you. Why was Technoblade executed?
During Hog Hunt?
During Hog Hunt.
There's like a vast multitude of reasons why he was Technobladed.
There is a vast multitude, but if you want to just give me a list, or maybe even just a little bit, I'll take whatever you give me.
He kills Tubbo, and then Quackity pushes Tubbo to make an example out of him being like, no, like, you're the president now, you can't let this shit slide, like, let's go do it, let's go get him. Assembles the Butcher Army to go after Technoblade. I think it's also because he was seen sneaking around the area that he was technically not allowed to be in. Hence the wanted posters. And just like other various war crimes.
Yeah. So what I'm reading,
I think this is after. No, I was about to say, is this? No. It was after, like, I think the first festival, and I think that's part of the reason.
It's for sure after Tommy's exile. But yeah. So okay, so I'm reading stuff on like the Butcher Army, and just to make sure I'm getting this all right. Quackity and Fundy wanted immediate action, and formed the name the Butcher Army, and decided that they would start, this anti-techno propaganda.
Yeah.
It was Hubbo who was sort of the voice of reason, and was like, he
fucked off, like, it's fine. Yeah.
Right, he was like, at the end of the day, we have our shit back. We're fine. We're still together. Lemamberg's still here, right? So, Hubbo wanted peace. When Tommy was exiled, this actually started the Butcher Army's start to want to go kill, because Hubbo was no longer advocating for peace after what Tommy had told him, and after Dream. So he ultimately decided, fuck it, and explaining that Technoblade was soon to be thinner. Oh god. So apparently they had a hit list of people that they were planning on to kill, which included Schlatt, Wilbur, Dream, and Technoblade. And that Technoblade, being the greatest threat, should be hunted down first.
They also had they also had the easiest access to Technoblade because they had Phil imprisoned and went through Phil's stuff to find Techno.
Right, which also led to the resentment Phil has for Fundy to this day. You gotta love hating your grandkids. Am I right? Alright, but yeah, so that was the main creation of the Butcher Army, which of course led to Wilbur. I mean, the Ghost Brew moment. And of course Carl and our beloved Uber service.
Our beloved Uber service bit.
Technoblade that was driving the boat that time.
No. Tubbo was driving.
Okay.
And they started the whole bit
of the Uber service.
You better rate me 5 stars. I don't know. You're kind of taking me. You don't even have any snacks or anything. And Quackity the entire time was like, Tubbo, knock it off. We're taking him to get executed. This isn't an Uber, but I want the 5 stars.
In my head, it would have been funnier if they had the XQD going, like, driving to his execution.
Right.
And Tubbo in the background. It's just like, this Uber doesn't get 5 stars. And I can also see it within Technoblade's character to be like,
you don't know where you're going, let me drive. No, I think he does that at one point. They just, like, take off on the boats. And they're kind of like, are we going the right way? And Techno's like, yeah, we're totally going the right way, guys. And they're like, wait, no, hold on.
Which also I'm surprised. What's Technoblade's most famous line? Not Technoblade never dies, or
I have a
pickaxe
line, and I'm gonna put it through your teeth.
Not that one. It's I'm trying to remember the exact.
Welcome home, Theseus.
No, I'm trying to remember. Shut up.
You know what? If you want to be a hero, Tommy, then die like one.
Die like one? No. Let me think of the stream that it comes from. Technoblade has a famous
his
line,
multiple bruhs.
Bruh.
I'm a person.
Not I'm a person. He tells it to who
For
did he
you,
tell it
Phil
to?
the world.
Not Phil, but I want to say it was Phil, but that's one of my favorite quotes. It's a specific line where he talks about injustice and betrayal as long as friendship, which I think he tells Dream
Hold on.
this time.
Oh, he does a dream.
I think so. I don't know exactly if he told it to Dream or
If
he
you
was
give me
talking.
kindness, your kindness will be returned tenfold.
Yeah, that's the line.
So that's not the exact quote, but that's what it is. It's
Yeah, your
any
kindness,
any kindness paid to me will be returned tenfold.
and any betrayal will be like 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was more poetic when he said it. I don't remember the entire line. I was kind of hoping Bucky remembered. I was kind of hoping that was.
I was like, you want lines? You want Technoblade lines specifically? I've got Technoblade lines out the ass.
It's like pulled them out. You not even out. You were rapid firing that shit.
Welcome
God.
home, Theseus.
Hello, Theseus. I feel like I got a pickaxe now. A pickaxe.
I have a pickaxe and I'll put it through your teeth.
Can you hear that scratching?
No.
No? Okay. How did Techno kill Quackity, who was in full netherite armor? What did he have in his inventory?
What he had in his inventory?
Oh yeah, baby. It's only 3 items.
He had a pickaxe.
Obviously.
I don't know if he had a shield. A lesbian once called me actually pretty funny. That's not from me, that's from Clover.
Hi, Clover.
There's fucking the orphan one. Shit, what does he have in his inventory? He doesn't have a lot. Because
he starts off with nothing. Dream gives him a chest. And in this chest is only 3 items because he wasn't supposed to be fighting anyone originally. So he was not meant to catch him.
There's a pickaxe. He gets a lead. There's a pickaxe. He gets a lead because he's taking care of Carl. God, the only person's inventory I pay attention to is fucking Ranbu after he started fucking putting in codes and shit.
It's...
I want to say maybe an Ender Pearl, because that probably helped him out.
But considering that he's running on Carl...
Yeah, true.
He can't leave Carl behind.
I know he... a saddle, probably, then. He got his armor back. But I don't think they ever took his armor...
Dream was riding Carl. So he
I was like, I don't think they ever took his armor. Okay. He gets a lead. Because he makes a big deal about not having one. And Dream literally has to go back, look in the chest, get the lead, you motherfucker! He has a pickaxe, he has the lead, and stuff Dream gave him?
Yeah, so he's given supplies, but what he...
Is he given a potion of swiftness?
No, he is given an enchanted golden apple, netherite pickaxe, and a full set of iron gear.
Oh, that's right. He has iron. I just remembered that I just figured that he was didn't have armor.
People typically remember him without any sort of...
He wasn't wearing netherite, therefore he wasn't wearing gear.
Yeah. So a lot of people remember him fighting naked, but he does wear other things. He also has a strength potion and turtle master potion stored in his ender chest. So this was after the battle, after killing Quackity. He takes Quackity's armor and goes stealing Carl. I forgot, what version of Carl was he? Because I know Dream bred Carl or bred his parents like 400 times to get like the fastest horse possible in the game, naturally.
He was just Carl. He was the quote unquote best horse. But there is one. Okay, so there's two horses. Okay, so hold on, because we can talk about the horse pit, because I remember the horse pit.
The horse pit. Who doesn't remember the horse pit?
Because he had his horse pit back when he was in his like little fucking dirt house hut whole thing. So he bred horses several times over, and there are two horses that are very OP. There's Carl, which the Butcher Army took, and the one that he previously kept in front of his house. There is the actually really OP horse, which we don't see a lot of because he puts Carl in danger over that horse. And I think there's one more horse that he brings out front of his house after Carl's threatened, and he replaces it with that horse.
Hold on, I have to go grab something real fast.
And then I think all of his horses ended up dying because somebody found his horse breeding area and decided to slaughter them all for whatever reason, just because that's how it fucking works on the Dream SMP. Cause I remember he sat there and he bred horses, and it's a pretty big thing. Do you want some? While Souls walked away, do you want some more Technoblade quotes? We have Donde está la biblioteca, which translates out to Where is the library? We have Officer, I kicked that child in self-defense.
Are we talking Technoblade quotes?
Yeah, I was stalling.
Oh god. So yeah. No, there's a lot of special horses that Technoblade has littered around his home. Oh god. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get out of Butcher Army. Is this still Butcher Army? This is still Butcher Army. Okay. Can you tell me everyone who was a part of this event?
Of the Butcher Army?
Of just everything. Of the entire execution. Yeah.
Of the entire execution. Oh god. Okay. So Techno, Ghostbur was around. Filzel was around with the Creeper mask. Puns and Dream were there. Rambu was there as part of the Butcher Army. Quackity, Fundy, Tubbo.
One more.
Who was the other person who was a part of the Butcher Army?
He wasn't. He was more of like he was another spectator on top of Phil.
Another spectator. Oh shit.
Spectator. It was one person. Technoblade tells him to go.
Oh, Ghostbur. I said Ghostbur.
You did? Okay, I didn't hear.
Yeah. I said Ghostbur.
Yeah. And then of course we have the compass. What is the compass that Ghostboo gives to Tommy during his exile?
The compass that Ghostboo gives to Ghostboo or Ghostbur?
Ghostbur.
It's not. Is it Techno's compass, the one that leads him back to the house?
Techno.
But is it the? Is it the fucking the Your Tommy Your Tubbo compass? Because that's the only other one that I know that has significant meaning.
Yeah. So Ghostbur gives Tommy the Your Tubbo and then tells him that like, I think it's like in case you ever want to find him sort of deal.
Mm-hmm. In case you ever want to go back to him again.
Yeah, and just in case. And then what was the funny fuck up that Dream did during Tommy's execution?
Tommy's execution?
Exile.
During exile? The fact that he died, he accidentally blew himself up and then comes running back into the thing going, that wasn't canon, that wasn't canon, that wasn't canon!
And everyone in chat was screaming, canon! Canon! My favorite saddest animation came from it.
That wasn't canon, that wasn't canon, that wasn't canon!
That was canon. Ignore that. Grabbed all shit, puts it back on. Anyway, Tommy, I'm gonna tear
Anyways, Tommy.
He wipes his like flicks his hair back as if nothing happened.
Right?
Wipes the like explosion
If
ash off of him.
nothing, Dream gets back into character really quickly.
He does. He does it really well. What happened to okay, this is the funniest part. What happened after Doomsday? Um, this was right after the entirety of Lemamberg is destroyed. We got Lemanhold now. This is the final iteration of Lemamberg. Nothing more happens after this. What happened to Tommy on the grid?
On the grid, does he fall off the grid?
No.
I don't remember
Even
him
funnier.
being. Oh god, I don't know if I remember him being on the grid.
He's like up high. He had to have been in the air. And he's like having a monologue with most of Lemamberg. This is.
If
Is
it
this,
doesn't
like,
fall off, is he shot off? Because somebody just
he's
goes,
not
haha, funny.
shot off either. It's a lot more funny than that. And then later on, we learn that one of the two times, or three times, or two of the three times, Dream was the cause of it out of character.
Oh, lightning! Wasn't it? He got struck by lightning?
He gets struck by lightning like 3 times.
Because he gets struck by lightning like 3 times in lore.
At the same spot. No one knew why until Dream was like, oh yeah, no, that's
That was me.
me.
Haha, funny.
What's Foolish's title?
The Totem of Undying? Or the Totem of Life?
Yeah. And then something to do. Who gets afraid of? Who are the? I think it's like the 3 people who are afraid of Foolish after Foolish lets go of his lightning ability.
Bad, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think he shows Quackity, and I think Quackity's afraid. I think. And then maybe like Aunt Frost and Sam. I'm trying to think of
So-
who are.
Quackity, I don't think is the right answer because Quackity never, I think, finds out about. Oh no, he does know, because I think Rambo and Tubbo were in the background of that interaction, and I don't remember if Quackity also wound up to be in the background, hiding behind one of the sand dunes or whatever they are,
Yeah.
by the summer home. But for sure, it's Sam, Bad
Sam,
Boy,
Bad, and Aunt Frost?
and yeah.
The Egg Fire.
Yeah. Pretty much the entirety of that. Let's see. This is another good one that almost blipped out of my mind. What happened to Hannah? In a sense of why did Sam help Hannah? And how did Sam help Hannah?
Hannah gets affected by the egg, and it starts draining what we think is her life force, because everything around her starts losing color and everything. There's a specific event that I forget what the specific event is, but it results in Sam, I think, effectively locking her in her house.
I don't know if that was per se an event, because when you said event, I thought of the Red Banquet, because again, I'm not really into vampire lore.
No, this is after the Red Banquet, I think. I think. No, maybe it's not.
No. This was before, because Hannah betrays everyone at the Red Banquet.
But she gets locked in her house because the egg is just affecting her
house.
really badly, and I think it's like more or less like draining her life color and everything. And Sam locks her in the house, saying like, "Oh, like, it'll be okay. Like, we'll take care of you." That's that and the other, and effectively locks her in.
Okay. What's happening to CPK?
Ha! The egg. The egg's coming back. The
I like
egg's coming back.
I like how I'm not really into egg lore, but
What's happening with
CPK?
CPK? So the egg is talking to him. It's mystifying him in ways that we've previously seen it do to other people, where he keeps stopping by it, keeps staring into it. But then he goes on to tell other people that, oh, no, I would never touch the egg. Like, no, what are you talking about? Like, I've never touched it. I've never gone in the room. But what would happen if maybe we, like, dug a thing straight down into it or something? What about then? And he had a funny moment where he changes his skin, and Ponk tells him, like, oh, have you been, like, dyeing your fur or something? Because he has, like, that redded out skin, much like the rest of the banquet does, or much like the rest of the egg pirate does.
Isn't Sam? I mean, Ponk.
Ponk was.
Oh, was. Okay.
Isn't anymore, though. But it was, yeah. So people think that the reason why CPK is being affected by the egg so much more is because despite the fact that everybody said that it would be contained, there is still a very open area to get to it. And it's right through the table in which Bad uses to trap Sam and later on Rambo on top of the egg. And that is still a ventilation area. And CPK lives right behind that area. He lives in the closest proximity to this open egg, and people think that's why he is being affected by it the most.
Why did Sam eat himself?
Because he was trapped on top of the egg and started going fucking bonkers.
It's probably why he became crazy during the Warden arc. He ate himself. Because cannibalism does turn you crazy. There's whole psychology. I could talk all day about cannibalism. But I won't. Okay.
I have a game to recommend to you.
Oh god. That's a little scary. Okay. What's another good question? Why does George canonically... What's a stupid reason why George canonically sleeps?
He made a deal with Dream XD.
I hate that lore. That is the stupidest reason to explain George's laziness.
He made a deal with Dream XD. I think it was that Dream XD would keep him, like, safe or whatever, or he would quote-unquote basically have Dream XD wrapped around his finger. But in exchange, he was cursed to sleep through every single important lore event.
Which is why he never loses a canon life.
Because he's always fucking asleep!
Dude, nothing makes me more angry than that time I tuned into George's, like, stream that one time, and it was during a Lemannberg moment. I think it was when Wilbur blew it up, and he went, do y'all hear TNT in his house blows up? And then he never built a house again.
I don't think he has a house. I think he has Kunoko Kingdom now. But I think he just crashes. He never logs on, so he doesn't have to have a house. The bitch doesn't even have fucking armor or anything, I don't think. I think he gets it from Dream XD every single time he logs on.
Yeah, he gets it from Dream XD, yeah. But, like, nothing is more aggravating than like, everyone in his chat going, you should go help Dream, or you should go help Lemannberg. And he's like, what's happening? And then you hear TNT in the distance.
Why do I hear TNT?
You fucking moron. This is the laugh of anger. I'm pissed off right now.
I don't like George's lore.
George's lore sucks ass. I still like to watch the XD lore because I just think it's funny.
I like XD lore because XD lore isn't centered around George, but I don't like George lore.
No, I don't like George lore. I'm glad that the XD lore has kind of shifted to
Foolish and Carl.
Foolish, which also at the same time, it's really funny how Bad Boy Halo cannot hear XD canonically.
Dream XD is canonically very fucking annoyed by Bad Boy Halo.
Yeah, but it was just really funny to like tune into a Foolish thing because one of my friends were going off about it and they were like, yeah. The Bad Boy Halo can't hear XD. Dumbass.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, you know what? Suck, I guess. What are all the factions in the Dream SMP?
Currently? Or altogether?
You know what? Hit me with all of them.
I'll hit you with as many as I remember.
Okay, there's a lot of dead ones, but like hit me with what you got.
So there was El Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can't go like character by character. So El Rapids, Las Nevadas, fucking Manberg, then Le Manberg, technically we have the Dream SMP, and then we have the Greater Dream SMP. I think are two separate things. Snowchester, Nikki's Underground City, whose name I don't know what it's for, what it is or anything, but that's technically a separate faction. We have the Arctic, which is the Syndicate. Fuck, man, that's a hot minute. Fucking the Eggpire.
Mm-hmm.
Those are factions that have like specific areas to them. What are the factions that don't have specific areas connected to them? The Butcher Army. I guess technically the Revengers count as one, theoretically. I would say if that's the case, then the prison guards also do, even though we never see anything about them. That's all I can think of.
You'd like to hear the list?
There's duos, but I don't count those as factions.
Those aren't factions. Those are just like people.
Oh, Kanoko Kingdom. I'm fucking stupid.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got.
All right. Would you like to hear the long ass list that I'm seeing here? So the Greater SMP is the Greater Dream SMP is the Dream SMP faction, which is typically the neutral faction that you join sort of automatically as soon as you pop in. From what I understand, as soon as you join, you're a part of the Dream SMP faction until you join.
Until proven otherwise, yeah.
Until proven otherwise. So you have the Eggpire, Snowchester, the Badlands. The
Badlands, that's what I've got.
Las Nevadas, Kanoko Kingdom, New Manifold Land, the Revengers. Which I kind of thought was one off, but maybe we'll see more of it. Here are future factions called Lasandberg, which I think is that creation that
it's
Bad
the
does
thing that
over
Bad
Bad's.
does to quote unquote wage war on Foolish, yeah.
Yeah, we have dysfunctional or defunctional / fallen factions. So you had Lamamberg, the Sud administration, the Schlatt administration, the Tubbo administration, Hogtopia, Rudabagville.
Yeah, Rudabagaville.
There's not another A at the end of this Rutabaga.
I don't care. I don't care.
That for sure smells Rutabag. Okay. Boomerville, Dry Waters, Little Penis Land. Like this under Little Penis Land.
I know who Dry Waters is now. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, so Dry Waters was Fundy and Nikki's planned town that was never built since it's been abandoned. Nikki and Fundy left Dry Waters due to a tense situation at Lamamberg at the time. Little Penis Land was created by Connor Eats next to Lamamberg. It was abandoned as Connor decided to place it. Anyway, moving on from Little Penis Land. Don't laugh at that. We have El Rapids, Manifold Land, and then we have the Tales of the SMP factions, which is Gogtopia.
I don't think those count as factions.
And Subin Kingdom. our empire. So, um, I can tell you all the people who are in these different factions if you would like to know.
Of all the tales of the SMP. I can name all the tales of the SMP. I don't know if I can name everybody who was in each episode, but I know the order of tales of the SMP.
I haven't paid. I need to watch the tale. We will have a Tales of the SMP watch party.
Dude, I fucking love Tales of the SMP so much.
We will sit down for a whole hour, or multiple.
It's gonna take multiple hours. Each one is at least an hour long. Hold on, I need to adjust my shorts.
Adjust them shorts.
No, Tales of the SMP is fucking great. However,
I've only watched a few.
There's either the thing is we don't know if technically there's 9 or 8 episodes theoretically, and we don't know if there's either what is it? Either 7 or 9 instances of time travel. No, sorry, it's either 7 or 8 instances of time travel, because we have Gogtopia, which is regarded as episode 0 technically, but
we should move to.
Hold on. I can, yeah, hold on. So we have either session 0, which is technically Gogtopia, but that happened as a one-off thing, and it's not included in Carl's little room that he has where all of the memories and like books are recorded. Oh, watch party. Yeah, sure. I mean, we'll have to figure out like a day to do it. But so that's session 0. But the first canonical episode of Tales of the SMP is The Village That Never Was, and then we have the Beach Party, which is the second episode. But I don't know if the Beach Party is technically a time travel instance, or it legitimately takes place in the time of the Dream SMP. And I think people go back and forth on that. The third one is The Lost City of Mizu, and then we have The Haunted Mansion, and then Tales of the Wild West. No, I lied. Sorry. It's City of Mizu, The Masquerade, Tales of the Wild West. I wasn't counting. I'm stupid. Village That Never Was, Lost City of Mizu. The, Beach episode, Lost City of Mizu. The Masquerade, The Wild West. And then I think it's the Pit, and then I think it's the Haunted Mansion, because the Haunted Mansion was the last one, and then it's the Maze, and I think that's the thing of it. Anyways, I don't know how we got on that.
I don't know either.
What did we talk about?
We were talking about factions, and then we went on.
I don't think those are considered factions, because those have nobody from the Dream SMP in them except for ancestors and descendants. And Carl. I don't think that can count as a faction.
Well, that might not be specific factions of the main story, but it's factions of the side story, I think is what this
guess
is getting at. But because it's under a different like tag than the rest of them are.
I don't think those are considered Dream SMP factions.
2, but they're not Dream SMP factions. That is correct. Would you like to know the people in the Dream SMP factions, and specifically?
In each one, no.
No.
People have jumped around so many times. I don't think it's worth knowing.
You know what? That's fine.
I know a rough outline of people who are factions together, or at least friends with each other, and I think that's all I need to know.
Oh god, there's so many. Connor eats as part of
Connor is a part of every single faction because he walks in and goes, "Hey guys, what are you doing?"
I think
and
he's like
just
Deadpool,
joins
the server.
he just joins everything because he's everywhere.
Because I legit just started scrolling down, and then the first thing that I see is Syndicate, and at the very bottom, Connor Eves. Okay.
He's a
moving
part of the
on.
Syndicate.
He doesn't even have a cool last name or like background or anything. Not background, but like whatever. Whatever.
He's a part of the Syndicate, yeah.
Where are all the guests on the SMP right now?
Oh, I listed these bitches. I've already
You didn't
done
list
this.
all of them. Do you want to know then? Andrea, KSI, Boomer, Lonnie, Little
Boomer's
Nas
not...
X. He was originally a. Oh wait, no. Scratch that. I'm looking at the wrong list. Andrea, KSI, Lonnie, Little Nas X, Corpse, Mr. Beast, Trista, Ninja, Iskal, Pokimane, Disper.
I don't think Drista's technically considered a guest either, because she's popped around enough times and factored into lore at this point.
You might as well be lore, yeah.
She is lore. She gave Foolish a shulker box that is canonical lore.
Yeah, I still just don't. Oh, I still just don't include her to be lore, I guess, in my eyes, because it's like every time she hops on, it's kind of like funny.
It's funny ha-has, but she gets included into lore sometimes.
She did, like, yeah, that did happen. What did okay. When Dream invites Tommy and Tubbo, this is towards the end of, like, Dream's quote-unquote part. What were some of the things that was in Dream's, like, manic castle?
Oh, his connections?
Yeah, what were, like, all the connections?
That he currently had? So he had the axe. He had the axe.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had Sapnap's fish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he had a lot. Shit.
He had a bunch of things. He also had room for a few other things.
He had areas for things, is what he had.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had Skeppy's cage, he had Carl's little area. He had the axe. He had the fish. He had Sapnap's fish. I don't know. I'm sure he had more than that. Those.
He had.
I don't know if he had. I don't know if he had like the disc. I don't think he had the discs displayed over on. What do you call it? Over on that side. They were either in his inventory or they were on the wall. Mars. That's the name of Sapnap's fish. I'm trying to think of people's importance possessions that he had gotten a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only think of those two, because I know he had areas for everything. He had an area for Fran, I think.
I think so.
He must have. It was Sam's connection.
Yeah, and I mean, Sam did kill Punk over it.
Those are the only two. The only ones I can remember right now are the Acts of Peace and Mars.
Okay.
I'm sure he had more in there, but I just don't remember. Chat's telling me he had Henry, but that's not something I can come up with on my own.
He did have Henry. I think he also had Friend.
Was Friend not dead by then?
So what happened was Friend.
I know Friend has canonical infant lives or whatever the fuck, but was Friend not dead by then? No.
So what happened is that Dream started using Friend for experiments. So Dream was experimenting with the revived book on Friend. So every time Dream killed Friend, he brought Friend back and then killed him again. Which honestly, I don't even want to touch that sheep after what was implied about that sheep.
Yeah?
Technoblade? I mean, Wilbur is a whore.
We don't want to talk about Friend?
We do not need to talk about how Friend
It wasn't even Wilbur, it was Ghostbur.
fucked Ghostbur. That happened. That was something that clearly needed to be mentioned in lore.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, Wilbur got fucked by a fish.
By a fish, yeah.
And gave birth.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to cursed ass fucking Wilbur lore.
Wilbur won't take the easy way out of anything either, because the fandom has tried its hardest to be reasonable.
He said that he likes the idea of it, but he doesn't want to make it canon, which I think is spitting in our face. Shapeshifter Sally. He likes the idea of it, but he doesn't want to make it canon.
He got birthed out of a fridge. When everyone tried to make it better, he made it worse.
Well, Phil's accepts it as canon that Kristen's picture was on the fridge. Wilbur is contesting that.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing as, like, Technoblade doesn't consider, like, the SBI, like, family, like, an actual thing.
Yeah, but
like, everyone else is advocating.
That is everybody says that that's not canonical.
Yeah, that's true.
Phil fights tooth and nail every single fucking stream, going, guys, shut the fuck up. Wilbur is my only canonical son.
That's true. I think it's like Wilbur and one other person. I don't think Tommy does, but like every once in a while.
Wilbur would joke around with it.
Yeah, it's true. Oh God.
What was in Dream's fucking
I'm like trying to.
Are you trying to find a list?
I'm trying to find the exact list. But it's the thing. The thing is that every time I try to find a list, if you can find a list, I like how the first thing I see is Tommy. You're an adult now, and you will get fucking arrested for hitting a woman. He doesn't care. He's gonna bring out. It's him hitting Amesy. Oh God, because like here it's like Tommy has his disc. Technoblade is Phil and Carl.
I know how to find it.
Because I don't want to. Okay, actually, hold on. I'll just watch the video. I'll watch 13 minutes. I'll just breeze right on through this shit. Hold on.
I'll find it.
I've already found it. It's here.
Windows 11 makes.
Okay, so I see the Acts of Peace. We have. Oh, well, that was too fast for my tiny little eyes. Shit. I'm gonna need you to slow down, buddy. We have the Acts of Peace. We have a snooker? What? Shulker. That's a shulker.
A shulker box?
Yeah, Bedrock?
Bedrock's Tommy.
Bickerson and Mars.
That's Sapnaps.
Ender Chest, Dog Champ.
Ender Chest, he doesn't have Ender Chest, but but Ender Chest is Rambu's.
Is Rambu's cat, yeah. We have Weeks, Skeppy. You know what? I really wish that Dream had Skeppy in there during that moment, and Skeppy's like, "Hey."
It would have been so hilarious.
Dream hitting the cage. Hey, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Do you want food? Shut the fuck up. There's two other objects that Tommy doesn't go towards. And then we have Henry, we have Friend, and then I think there's like a cage for Carl, actually. Mind you, I'm watching this mute, so if he's reading these out...
Can you send me the video? Send me that link.
God, are we gonna have another, like, moment of us...
Send me... Hey, send me the thing.
Flip.
Skeppy's like, guys, could you get me out of here?
Skeppy's like, hello? Please? Maybe?
I mean, L'Manberg's gone. I have the dish.
Shut up, Dream.
So,
You're a
everything.
France.
Fucking psycho, man. You are.
I'm not
Carl,
a
yeah,
psycho.
so he has a cage for Carl.
Everything I do is
Who's-
deliberate. I
I gotta stop that.
need control.
Oh, I
okay?
thought you were about to say who's scratching
need-
at my
Why?
door.
Why?
I
This
need
isn't
control.
fair.
I think that's just
Because
like...
it's not
Yeah,
fair.
that's his
You're
plan,
right.
so I
It's
think
my
that's
server.
all
It's
of
the
them
Dream
there.
SN to the server. Of
Oh!
destruction.
No, it was good. It was good. I like
good,
it.
okay.
I think
When
that's
we're all
it.
feeling
All
down.
this is just like the betrayal
go on.
and shit
Oh.
afterwards.
Sorry.
No, it was good. It was good. I like
was
it.
good, okay,
When
okay,
we're all
okay.
feeling down, you make us feel better. Go on.
Hello.
For originally.
You don't need it.
Google
No, I do not want to cast my device to my living room. What the fuck? God, oh, this was the moment where, like, Tommy said that he would KMS himself. Because I think Tommy's dreams attachment.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Thicatron? Ooh. Thicatron? Thicatron. Oh! Oh! Honk plans to use it to sacrifice dolphins. Okay.
Okay. This has to be a thing, right?
What?
Can I not? Can I have the server IP? Aha! Aha!
What are you doing? Wait, hold on. What are you doing?
Nothing. What's the next question?
Oh god, Bucky, what are you doing?
What's the next question?
Bucky? What did you do?
Don't worry. If it works, I'll tell you. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Are you trying to do what I think you're trying to do? Bucky.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it works, it works.
Hold on, now I have to hop on. If I think you're doing what I think you're doing, we can't be playing these games. We can't be playing these games. But so the next question is how did Tommy ghost? Or how did Tommy fake out Dream?
How did Tommy ghost?
No, so Tommy fakes out Dream at one specific moment, two specific moments.
During
But-
when?
During the original disc war. So there's a moment where Dream has a disc, and then Tommy has something that Tommy has deemed important enough for Dream to want to exchange the disc for this item. What was it?
I have no clue. Compass, maybe?
Mhm.
That's not ringing a bell at all.
So the item that he tries to trade is actually Spirit's dead body. He tries to fake out Dream with
By having his dead
with-
fucking horse.
yeah, with Spirit's dead body. Sits down. Hold on. If this works, I'll laugh. But that happened. Oh, it's not gonna work. So yeah, so he tries to pick it out, and then like Dream logs off, exits the call, and Tommy turns to Tubbo and legit goes, "He doesn't know. Ha ha ha. We can celebrate. Ha ha." And then Dream immediately pops back on, joins BC, and starts a whole nother thing. What else? What else is there? What else? What else is there? Rambu's panic room.
Yeah?
Mwah, ha, ha, ha. What did Quackity eat after Schlatt's death?
Fuck, was it his heart? I think it was his heart. It was one of his organs or some shit.
He ate his heart. The Schlatt no longer has a heart.
He doesn't have bones
Yeah.
either.
That is also true. But to be totally honest, I don't know how Schlatt would want his heart back, considering he had a heart attack considering he had a stroke.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, actually, oh,
Oh, God.
What was Tommy's afterlife?
Wasn't he at, like, a table or something with Schlatt? I don't think...
So, for Tommy, what, so you just think it was just a table with Schlatt?
No, hold on. I don't think he played solitaire specifically. I think that was Wilbur's thing. But I don't think it was the train station either.
Actually gonna quiz you on everyone's afterlife.
Ah, fuck. Okay. I don't know I don't know if I remember what Tommy's is. I think he had a. But I could have sworn he talked to Schlatt. Clover says they think they know.
What do you think it is? Because it's a fairly it's not like a it's not like a it's not like it's a difficult answer. It's hard to know for sure, I think.
Because I could have sworn that because I think at one point in time Schlatt brings up the fact that, like, Tommy was annoying the fuck out of him in the afterlife or whatever.
Wasn't he?
Was it the solitaire?
It was solitaire, and Schlatt was like, he was panicking, and they're like, "Ayo, man, calm the fuck down." So that is actually true. However, we don't see this afterlife for us. It was a dark colorless void, or dark colorless void tunnel. He explains it to be blacker than obsidian. During Tommy's residence there, he's described his experience as being taken apart and being put back together again, rationalized failing and being stretched. So after his return, Tommy showed signs of oversensitivity to regular objects, blah blah blah, referring that his afterlife is comparable to a sense of sensory deprivation. But yeah, during that lore stream, you do see him talking to Wilbur and Schlatt, and I think Mexican Dream at one point.
Yeah, no, Mexican
so
fucking
I
Dream
think
is there.
he talked to all of them, but it's most prominent with Wilbur, and they do, like, Wilbur does try to get Tommy to play a competitive
Solitaire.
game of solitaire. Yeah. You want to try and see? I want to do like Jack's afterlife because
Jack's afterlife was technically hell.
yeah. So
Ghostburst / Wilbur's is the train station from specifically it's Jubilee line.
Yeah.
And specifically it's that line of train station. Ron Boo's is teased / hinted at to be a single solitary block in an ocean.
And that he feels everything that Ghostboot cannot.
It's his mind and his body, his soul and his mind are separated.
Yeah. So Jack's afterlife is noted to feel that he states that he felt all sort of pain and needed to be let free, despite only being 10 minutes. He felt a lifetime of torture. When he returned, the pain stayed with him and gave him an unshaken urge for revenge on those who sent them there. he is also the only member to show his entire time there. The sky was a dark gray, the floor was dark black, and which looked like a void, and in a distance reached out a red glow, which surrounded him. For Wilbur, his afterlife was long and never-ending. It was a long and never-ending train platform. He was surrounded by concrete walls and could never leave. Newcomers would arrive on the train, like Tommy did, but then would leave on the train if they were resurrected. Wilbur mentioned that Ghostbur got off the train when he was being revived, and that Dream was a train conductor doing so. Mexican Dream built an OXXO location. I don't know what that is. And started working there. Flat is his only custom. Ghostbur is in the same train station as Wilbur. According to Wilbur, the station is darker and damper. The dot paradox occasionally displays text saying that everyone that he loves, talking about Library's turn. Ghostbur spends his time with his eyes closed, imagining that someone came back and that he was safe with friend. In spite of his usual forgetfulness, he will never have forgotten what happened to lead him to his death. I will go lay down and cry because I will never recover from Wilbur doing this to Ghostbur. Fuck that guy. But those are all those afterlives. That's pretty much all my questions, honestly, because I honestly really like. Also, Bullish is also said to have spent time in
an
the
afterlife, quote unquote.
But it's not. He never specifically specified what his afterlife was.
I don't
Nikki
think...
also went to the afterlife when XD dropped her out of the world as a prank.
Oh! Huh.
I don't know when XD did that, but
I can't think of that one either.
Okay, here's also a funny one. Who is George's parents? And why did he get the Blade of Lore?
It was...
And who played his parents?
It was fucking... It was some bitches with dream skin slightly... I know...
No, it wasn't Dream Skin.
It wasn't Dream Skin?
No, it was George's skin, but more simplistic.
I don't know who played it. I'm gonna say my guess is Dream probably played one person, maybe. But I have no clue.
Actually, no. It was both Wilbur and Nikki, who pretended to be like George Lore and Mother Lore or something like that. And it was to give George lore. So George kills his parents. So that's his lore, as he kills his father.
Oh, why can't I connect? I'll get this. I'll do this.
What are you trying to do? I need to know.
No. If it works, I'll tell you. If it doesn't work, then you don't need to know.
Please. Are you trying to get onto the server? I'm so lost. I'm so confused. I'm concerned.
Chat, y'all have any questions?
Yeah, do y'all have any questions? Because honestly, I've pretty much run out of questions because I can't do anything before Technoblade.
You know, you maybe can. It's just...
It's 50-50.
It's a matter, it's a 50-50 of like, ooh, yeah, Chris, I don't know.
There's books? Oh, I thought there was like actual written books. I was about to say, I'm gonna have to get my hand on those.
Oh, are you about to ask me like every single important fucking book on the thing? That I think I have to lock on, maybe.
Every single book in DSMP as of right now.
I don't know about every single book, but I know about
Every single book.
a fair amount of books that are important.
Oh my god. Ooh, no. Ooh.
What did you find?
Oh my god. There's a lot of books I watched just upon the first enemy to know. Give me what you know. I will tell you every book afterwards.
Every book that's important?
Yeah, give me all the books and then I'll, that you know. I don't care if it's important or not.
So there's the revival book. There's the Book of Death. technically Technoblade's Will is an important book. We have Carl's 5 diaries, and then 8 books, so 2, and then 6. 8 books from the Tales. Ranbu has his Do Not Read, and then I think like 2 other books that are important. And I think that's all the important books. I think Wilbur at one point in time writes a quote-unquote Declaration of Independence, and I guess that would be considered an important thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all the important books that I could think of.
Would you like to know the list of books that are in front of me? This atrocious list that I'm looking at right now. Good thing I know Enderman, because that would be a pain in the ass to try to read otherwise.
I mean, there's also the letters back and forth between the council and Ranbu.
That's true. I'm literally, so one of the letters is I literally written in Enderman because it spells Ranbu. So that's fun. So one's called War, Independence, War, Space, another word, Independence.
Why can't I get, why can't I go to Minecraft.net? What the fuck? Minecraft.net. Take me to my Minecraft profile, you stupid bitch.
Are you trying to get onto Hypixel?
No, I'm trying to get to Minecraft.net. That's a website. That's all I'm trying to do right now.
Okay, so anyways, War, Independence, Decree, Electoral Ballot, Hog Policies, the 2020 election, Untitled Vote 2020, Manberg To Do, Visa, Tyrant, Dear Friend, A Spy's Diary, Official Manberg Hotel Building Permit, The Revived Book, What I Remember, National Anthem, Manberg's Official Hit List, First Degrees, Arrival, Untitled, Fundy's Adoption Certificate, Agreement 212, Day 1, Homework 1, Technoblade's Notebook, Untitled, Tommy and Rambu's Mail 1 and 2, The Memory Book, Christmas LMAO, Tommy's Christmas Activity List, Do Not Read 1 and 2, Document of Manifold Citizenship, Manifold Manifesto, Captain's Log, The Syndicate, I'm Sorry, Don't Read 3, The Independence, Prison Waivers, Locker 1 Key, The LV Project, Hotel Contract, the Tommy's Hotel Leaflet, Thank You, Rambu's 4th Memory Book, Rambu spelled in Enderman, Dreams Notes to Sapnap, Kingdom Taxes, Note to Puppy, Puppy's Note to Techno, Jack's Book, Note to Tubbo, For Dream.
I like how all of them are just
November
notes.
15th. November 15th. Puppy's Pirate Shift Books, I'm Sorry, in caps lock. Connor's Diary, Help.
I'm sorry,
Please
but this
be
one's
okay.
caps lock.
Black Note to Quackity, Jack Manifesto, in all caps. Dax Evidence, Warden Access, in all caps. Shulker Agreement, felt funny. Bundy's Dream Book, Please Nikki, Tubbo's Nuke Instructions, Project Novatus, Rambu's Mail to Phil, Puppy's Graveyard Books, The Sandberg Wall, the less than to greater to sign with the 3 there. Is this war? Helpsa? Eric Help with Help Spaced Out. War starts now. Church Prime Rules. Less than plus the 3, number 2. Okay. Oh god, how did it? Alright, so that's a okay. That's okay, alright, hold on, I can't see this whole thing, I have to zoom in here, so the fuck does that spell? Oh, and on top of that, if you click on the certain books, you can read the entirety of it.
Ooh, I like that. I might go back through that for, what's his bitches? Ramboos.
Yeah, you can legit like see into everything in the, like you could see the description and then the transcript of every one of them.
Good,
But I
good.
don't want all this. I kind of just wanted one thing because I was so curious what it spelt. But like, I will never find it. Okay, okay, here it is. Okay,
I'll
it's
never
spelled
find it. Immediately
experiment.
finds it.
It's called
What's
experiment
suspicious?
logs, but it's all written in Ender, and I'm not sitting down here to translate that. So we're gonna move on.
Hide it.
Dream's note to Technoblade, Lost Nevada's potential members list, Rambo's mail to Wilbur, war, in caps lock, extended out, to Mark Sharky's son. I'm gonna guess this is from puppy to foolish. Techno's will, field trip slip, Lost Nevada's contract, Rambo and the Consulman's mail, the Cookie Outpost contract. That's all the books. That's all of them.
A lot of them are just notes.
A lot of them are just notes. Oh my god! So you can the transcript allows you to like actually kind of flip through the pages because there's like page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4,
As it should be.
page 5, and then pages 6 through 13 is all E. This page was intentionally left blank. Do not open. Oh god! Do not open this on stream, you buffoon.
Oh,
Dear fools of Minecraft. I'm going to prison to visit Dream. Make sure he's alright. If I don't return within the next few days, activate the pearl I left at our book club's meeting. If the pearl is gone, well, it's nice knowing you. Look after the others for me while I'm gone. I left my valuables in a barrel hidden on the top floor ceiling, and a chest under the stone in the corner of that weird room under the house with pistons. Distribute them as you see fit. And please keep Steve and the foxes well fed. The wolves can be released into the wilderness. Tell Rambo and Nakia that they're stronger than they know. And tell Tommy I hope he finds what he's looking for, whatever it is. Phil, I'm glad I met you in this life. Tell the DSMP. You see, never in this book does it specifically tell Phil 3 days. Tell the rest of the DSMP that having abolished all governments of men, I have ascended to heaven to take on the kingdom of God, signed Technoblade. It doesn't tell Phil that he has to wait 3 days.
Interesting.
He doesn't. Funny. It doesn't tell Phil. It literally says, "If I don't return within a few days."
Oh, within a few days.
Okay, no. Okay, a few days, but a few days doesn't specify.
It doesn't. But like,
at the same time,
a few days isn't 3 months. A few days isn't 3 months.
I like how Quackity gave Sam a tax write-off for letting Technoblade visit Dream.
I'm not surprised.
Because it literally says, Sam, Technoblade will be paying Dream a visit. This is business related. Let it happen. It's also a tax write-off. Smile, Quackity. Right, but that's all I got. I will never read a list that long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. You asked me 28 questions. I have 4 red dots for what I got wrong, and I have 2 half dots for what was half right, half wrong.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We've been going on for 2 hours. This is great. Look at you. Look at you. Knowing your Dream SMP shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, this isn't working. Oh well.
Oh god, what was that email for? Oh.
What was that email
my shit's... Oh, my shit's coming at the end of the month is what I just found out. Everything except for my contacts.
Fun.
Did you just say nerd?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to find something. Oh, what do you mean videos? Ah, oh, fucking hell. This video's privated.
Oh god. Am I gonna?
Alright, well, okay.
Nope.
If that's the case, do you have any last words for chat?
What? Sit down, watch your shit, because one day you don't know if you're gonna be sitting down to quiz your husband on their knowledge of the same series, okay? And then you'll be pulling shit looking at the Wikipedia.
Did that work? Alright. Anyway, chat. Let me go to my outro. There you go. As always, chat, remember, drink some water, eat some snacks, stretch. Remember, this was super valid. And I will see you on Thursday for who knows what game. I don't know. Alright. Bye, chat. Bye, chat.